Here we are deeper in the Drava Valley, about 25 kilometers from our city, and we're going up that hill to find some mushrooms after yesterday's failure at another spot where there was too much people around. And there's someone. This is a complete disaster. I'm just gonna call it a day probably. I'm gonna go. It turns up and down, but I'm gonna call it a day and go to another location, because this is obviously a waste of time. There are obviously too many people in the forest, in this little forest here, and there were many more cars down the road, and I had no car, so I'm an additional person, and there were 3 other cars standing here before that, so there are at least 10-20 people in this forest. So I have luck that I found anything. This is another place where I also found a lot of Vipera moditis, but we will get here another time, because today weather is not really suitable. Maybe we'll see some outside, but it's gonna rain today in the afternoon probably. So we are going up there. Only one person ever goes with me. He's right there. Everybody else says I'm crazy for going up here. It's a bit dangerous if you're not used to the terrain like that, with those boulders. They're very steep slopes. I did hurt myself quite a few times here. It's a very hard to access terrain. So we're probably the only ones in these woods. So parts like that are quite okay to walk over, even though it's pretty steep. But there's not a lot of foliage around because it's so steep. Otherwise, the foliage would cover these stones or roots, and one might slip very easily. It gets even worse after the rain, when everything is wet and mosses like this here, when the foliage lays upon it, then accidents can happen pretty easily. There's my friend down there. This is very steep. It's definitely 100% or 45 degrees angle. upon one's peril sprouts another life. This is the law of nature. When a tree dies, it will be used to feed other organisms, mosses, mushrooms, ants, worms, and woodpeckers will eat worms. This is the cycle of life. There they are. And this time of year, mushrooms grow a bit higher. Oh, I can see another one there. Yeah, it's hiding there. So we're definitely at the correct elevation. There's gonna be more mushrooms here. And I can see one down there, so 4 pieces at the same place. And these are very, very good. They only grow this time of year. If you see where I have to climb for these mushrooms, now I know why nobody ever wants to go with me. Oh, there's another one there. Well, this is a gold mine. Ah, these are 2 nice ones. Very fresh. Super. This is also an invasive species. I can't remember the name right now. It's poisonous. It's overgrowing these clearings. Or these ferns, which are native here. See this path further down by mountain goats. They would come here, and maybe snakes here. So here I am at midpoint to the top of the hill at this old oak. I usually make a stop here because this is kind of like a shelf upon those boulders under me. But where we are now, this is the Kozyak hill chain. Literally they'd say that goat hills or something. And there are goats in these hills here. I saw a few of them, but they're a bit too fast to take a footage or photo. I think my friend got a photo of them. And there on the other side, behind, there's a Pohore mountain range. And under the Pohore, between Pohore and Kozyak, here we have Darwa Valley. This old oak that we see here, it is a stunning tree. I'm not sure how long it's been here, probably a few hundred years. There are a few of them around, but wood here grows very slow on these slopes. This is very difficult terrain, except that catalpa tree behind there, which is also an invasive species. I'm not sure how that got in the middle of the forest, even this forest here. But there on the other side, there are mostly conifers growing on the slopes, because Pohore Hill is heavily exploited for commercial purposes, and conifers grow much quicker and much more of economic value. But as these are not deciduous forests, the ground is not fed by foliage, so the soil is very acidic, with pH down to 4 sometimes, and barely anything grows underneath except some blueberries, maybe a few mushrooms, some grasses, but nothing else. And there's also less variety of different animals as here, when you have thick undergrowth with various species in these clearings. There's a lot of foliage feeding the ground, enriching the ecosystem. This is about 25 kilometers from our city, and these are very steep hills. As you can see, there's behind me there's a drop like 8 meters. I wouldn't want to fall down there. So if you're going the hills like this, it's vital to have some good footwear, firm grip. If you have a backpack, then you have to be tight. So if you roll downhill and if there are more people with you, then you have to walk in an offset on these slopes, so you're never directly above the person walking below you or under the person above you, because if they step on the stone or something and that stone rolls towards your way, it will hit you like a golf ball. And if some other person rolls your way, then you have to go other way also. So I'm gonna go a bit further up in different direction. I didn't find any mushrooms, but that's not the point really. This is already a climbing level. It's like 50-degree angle. Definitely more than 100%. It's very, very steep. I'm not sure how those boulders hold in to the slope. And there are some goat prints. Going uphill here. That's definitely mountain goat. Well, those two weren't exactly hidden, but they're not very big, but I'll take it. There are probably more here. Obviously the right terrain, maybe not the best time, a bit too soon. We have to wait for the rain and then go 2 days after the rain. There'll be a lot more mushrooms. Also lower down, some small ones. These are best to put in vinegar, just cut in half for the winter, if you can find a lot of them. They obviously started to grow, so I check the surroundings. I found now 4 pieces here nearby. Now I have to have pretty good eyesight to see these things at a distance. That was pretty good at distinguishing some shapes. Maybe just being in the wild so much. So what is absolutely essential here is to cut all these roots off. Those are itchy, and this is the main way this mushroom spread. So all of those mushrooms, these growing in this area, they may be the same plant or the same mushroom, the same genetic makeup. They just spread under the soil, and then they sprout a bit here, a bit there. So if you're looking for porcini, you have to make a or do a search of the area. So because they may grow on large area, it's a few hundred meters or a few thousand meters even, and there are some mushrooms that can grow over a few thousand kilometers area. A single mushroom, the so-called wood mushrooms. We call them wood mushrooms, but this is they do reproduce with spores, but not so much. The main reproduction is through myceli, through the soil. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, this is an atom, original atom variety. I'm not sure which species exactly it is. They're the same genus, but these grow now in atom. It becomes colder, and they're distinguishable because they have a little bit more beige or light brown stem and much darker cap. We also call them the dark ones, or the black porcini. They're not actually black, but they're much darker than the rest of them. There's Pohore Hill, or mountain. It's a mountain because the highest peak reaches over 1,500 meters, so it's classified as a mountain. There are mostly conifers growing on there. It's just forest everywhere you look. Now I found an absolute gold mine. Already picked few of them. There's one there. There are more down there. One here. There's a smaller one here. One tiny one there. Here. And there's a big one there. Another 2, 3. Oh, I have to be careful. I really have to be careful now. Oh, this is a nice one, nice color. Yeah, this is definitely an area where I want to be right now. This is cool. Don't go away, don't run away. Oh, I will not be able to catch you. Oh, this is cool. All these and 2 more in this place. And there are 2 that were, or 3 that were bad. I'm at the right place now. I'm gonna go to check around a bit, and yeah, hopefully find some more. You can see why I spotted this one from a mile away. I just hope there are no smurfs in it. There are a few more as you go further there. But this one, it's pretty big, like my hand big. Quite nice one. Oh, this is the thing of beauty. Just check that out. 4 there, one's a little bit bad. There's one very nice one here, and there's one there. There are probably more around. I found 2 on the way to these. Some small ones. I'm gonna leave these small ones. There are like 5, 6 of them, and they're here. Oh, there's another. Ah, this one is okay. There's another field growing here. There's one here. So there are probably more under here. I have to come here in a few days it's gonna be full of mushrooms, definitely. So given on how many mushrooms I found till now, it was a good day, pretty good. There's some more on the way, I can see one now, but you know, friends always bugging me. I never find anything, which isn't true. I never go into the forest just for the mushrooms, because there's nothing certain in life. It's obvious. But today, well, to be honest, I wasn't really 100% sure myself, but I actually found a lot of mushrooms. That's fine. No, I'm just gonna try not to fall, otherwise there will be no more mushrooms. Way down, it's actually, couldn't say harder, because you don't have to pull your weight uphill, but it really takes toll to your feet holding on to the slippery surface. Maybe there are some more porcines here. I can see many mushrooms down there. Just wow. This is a bit risky doing. You see how steep this is. Somewhere there, 45 to 50 degrees. There's a small one there. No, is it? No, that's something else. It's the fart mushroom. Oh, this is quite heavy. Oh, there are some serious porcines down there. You could spot them from 50 meters away. It looks like the whole Smurf. Now I can see what I was talking about. Having good footwear, being used to balance these slips, but they are. Oh, this is a bit dangerous. They're like, there's 3 here, 4, I can see 4 on the other side, and there's one down there 5 meters lower, and maybe some up the slope more down. All of that at one spot. Now this is the difference. The one I'm holding is the autumn species, and this one is the summer species. You can see they are quite different from one another. And this another one, also the skin is a bit different, but those are all edible, except those that are white on the top and the red underneath, and those are the devil porcini. Oh, this is great. This is seriously cool. This tree must be very old. I know this place. Those trees, they never change. This one there. Things can grow out of the crack, literally living from the air. No, not that way. That way. So I'm finishing this video here at my garden. I've put some of these mushrooms to dry out, those bigger ones. Some that had some few worms inside. Those will now crawl out as these mushrooms will dry. I have to mix them a little bit so they don't rot or collect some mold or something. It'll take a few days for them to dry out. So if you like this video, you can give us a thumbs up. You can subscribe if you like, or click the notification bell to get notified when we upload next videos, which I don't know when that's gonna be, but still get notified. Well, my name is Bastian, this is a freelance naturalist channel, and see you at our next video.